Hey everyone, the Flying Alucha here, and today we're going to be unboxing Redline. Now, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Everyone needs this bad boy in their collection. Redline, a film that was created in 2009. It took 7 years and over 100,000 panels to create this film. So it probably started production in 2002. And 2009, the film was released. Now, it's directed by a guy called Takeshi Koite, if I pronounce it, because I think at the beginning of the film it goes Redline by Takeshi Koite. This woman says it. Now, this is an anime original, and yeah, Takeshi Koite, the guy who directed it, really didn't direct anything before that. This was his directorial debut, and then after that he did his hand in the Lupin the Third films, not the original 70s, 80s sort of films. No. He did the more later Lupin the Third. So there's a fuck ton of Lupin the Thirds. There's a bunch of series. It looks pretty good. There's just too much of it, so I can't see myself getting into it. But yeah, he worked on Lupin the Third later films, not the earlier ones, the later ones. And then he didn't do anything after that. So basically, he started off in Madhouse. He even worked on some episodes for Legend of Galactic Heroes, which is a very old 80s anime. It's 100 and something episodes. Which it was an OVA series or some shit. It came out in 88, and it's in the top 15, I think. It was in the top 5 at one point, but it's the top 15 most highly rated anime. I think it might be in the top 10 actually. But he worked on a few episodes of the 80s series. Then he worked on Madhouse. Didn't direct that, by the way. It was some other studio. But he worked on a bunch of other anime by Studio Madhouse. So he primarily worked with Studio Madhouse. Directing the odd not directing, key animator for the odd episodes or so. But Redline was his directorial debut. And this film's more known for the song Yellow Line, which goes dung 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 dung. That sounds a bit like the film. There was a film, I can't remember what it's called. Give me a second. I remember it now. It's a horror film from I think it's 82, if I'm not mistaken, called The Entity. And in Redline it goes dun 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 dun. In The Entity, yes, it's of a quite an eerie one. I'll play it. Hopefully, I won't get copyright. I only play a few seconds. It sounds like this. Like that. You can sort of tell the difference, can't you? If you listen to the film, that's sort of more scarier. You can put it. But yeah, I really can't wait to watch this film. Studio Madhouse, my favorite animation studio of all time, made some of the best made some of the best animated films of all time. Millennium Actress, my favorite animated film of all time. Vampire the Bloodlust. Oh my god, I went to watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse last night. Fuck me, was that good. Holy shit, it didn't have an ending because it left on a cliffhanger, but the film was brilliant. The animation was fucking spectacular. But that has more a modern, amazing, eye candy sort of look to it. And then Vampire the Bloodlust, which is my favourite anime film of all time, has that very gothic, dark, sort of classic aesthetic to it. It's really good. But this one I've heard, you remember Penguin Zero or Moist Critical or Charlie, where he goes by so many different names. He said this was his favourite film of all time. But then he changed his mind and said Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was his favourite film of all time. But yeah, this took 7 years in the making. Guy has some 50s look to him. He looks like fucking Elvis Presley, for crying out loud. But this is a collector's edition. It's very pricey. I've seen it go for nearly 50 odd quid on eBay before. But this is a collector's edition. So the Blu-ray you can get for 20, 30 quid, I think. But this is a collector's edition. So I wanted to get the collector's edition. This video is very much delayed as I bought this before. Well, I went to one of my closest CEXs, and I saw in stock it Redline Collect Edition was in stock, and there was like one in stock. So I went to the actual place, and I said, "Do you have Redline by any chance?" And they said, "Yeah, it's on their website." He spent nearly freaking half an hour searching all the DVD racks, and they couldn't find it. They had the discs, but they didn't have the actual cover, and they didn't have the Blu-ray case or anything. They just had the discs in the back, so they couldn't even find it. So yeah, then they just took it as out of stock because they couldn't find it. So I ordered it online, and like when it originally when it came back in stock again, and lo and behold, no booklet was included. It had the cover, no booklet was included. So I sent that back, and then after like 2 months or so, 5 came in stock. There's like 4 in stock now. 5 came in stock like out of nowhere, and then I ordered it. When I sent it back, it actually got sent back to like my closest store. So I was like, shit, I hope my closest store doesn't ship it out again, otherwise I'm going to get the same thing. Thankfully, it was a different store that shipped out to me. And voila. If you're going to read the back, of course, Animation Studio Madhouse, Mattress, everything by Satoshi Kon. Paprika, Perfect Blue. A bunch of different films. They made Death Note, my favourite anime of all time. They made Textualize, they made Gungrave, they made Trigun. The director of this also worked on some of Trigun as well. But yeah, collector's edition. So comes with a neat book, which I didn't get last time, so I had to send it back. Let's see if it says anything about Takeshi Koike, because it's really not going to, because he didn't make anything. Takeshi Koike, or whatever. Yeah. Give me a sec. Yeah, so it doesn't really say from the mind or bloody blah, because he never even made anything before this. A little dog-eared in the corners, but I don't give a shit. Apparently the dubs are right. It's passable. Yeah, I wanted the booklet with it. I wanted the collector's edition just so the fact it has a bit of info on it. It has that sort of Wacky Races feel to it. I've never seen Wacky Races, but I've seen clips of it on YouTube, so it's the anime version of Wacky Races. But yeah, so happy to have this in my collection. I cannot wait to watch it. Whoever's watching this video, please subscribe. We're so close. We're like 4 subs away from 1,000 subscribers. As soon as we do that, I'm going to unbox every single anime in my collection, so stay tuned for that. But without any further ado, the Flying Lucha, bye bye.